Well, the sun has come out over Hubert Jack Stadium in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, as we await today's PSAC college football action between Cheyney and the Bald Eagles of Lock Haven. Well, last night it was a great night to have a pep rally. Well, a big crowd came out to the amphitheater in downtown Lock Haven for a pep rally. Students, alumni, and athletes were there. And the coach, well, he had some words of encouragement and tried to get his team inspired.
So when this game is over, we'll have no tears to shed. On this field of battle, the game of life is played. This is why we need your courage. This is why we play. Bald Eagles! Let's go.
Coach Tanner fired up, and fireworks ended the night along the Susquehanna River. Well, it's a big game here in Lock Haven. Let's go down to Aaron now, who is with Coach Tanner, and see what he has to say before kickoff.
Coach, we know how bad you and your staff want this win here today. What's the key to getting it done?
The key to getting done with any win is we got to play great fundamentally. Block and tackle the best that we can, pursue to the football well on defense, protect the football overall on offense, playing basic fundamentals. Focus on doing, if you want to do something great, you want to achieve and earn a win, you do it by doing the little things the right way.
I know you mentioned you wanted a tough practice this week. Are you happy with the work put in?
Yeah, I thought we had a very competitive practice week. I think every opportunity we have to get out on the practice field gives us a chance to get better. So, we had 3 of those during the week this week, and I think we made improvements each day.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Coach. We had a strange weather pattern in the last couple of days, but right now the sun is out, but it will turn partly cloudy. Under 50 degrees, Coach. Great weather to play a little college football.
No doubt about it. Under 50 degrees, you don't have to worry about the heat. Good day to handle a ball for if you're Lock Haven with their emphasis on offense, trying to run that speed-up type offense.
Yeah, they run a speed-up offense here. They won the toss, and we'll see that offense and their star quarterback first, and Lock Haven now on the field. Homecoming crowd still filing in here, and we'll expect a full house here at Hubert Jack Stadium. A lot of activities going around campus this week, but this is the culmination of the weekend. More going on tonight for the alumni and friends. So Cheyney comes out. Brendan Vandemark will do the kicking. Number 87, he tees it up. Back to receive Mike Williams and Isaiah Flamer for Lock Haven. They're standing at their own 15-yard line, so they expect some good field position to begin this game.
The wind, Bob, which was blowing pretty heavily earlier, has settled down, so let's see what Vandermark does with the kick.
Onside kick to begin. Fight for it. Little razzle-dazzle off the kickoff. Cheyney trying to get an upper hand on the Bald Eagles of Lock Haven. It did go the 10 yards.
The kicker was the one that got there first. Let's see what...
Bald Eagles come up with it, so that means we'll see their star quarterback making his 23rd consecutive start.
I like that by Cheyney, Bob. Catch him off guard early.
There's Caleb Walton, 1,300 yards thrown, 12 interceptions, 13 TDs. But last week it was a career day for him. 370 yards against Shippensburg, 4 touchdowns. Looking to repeat that performance today. He's just gotten better and better in Dave Tanner's offense.
Caleb Walton has done an excellent job running. We've seen it. We saw him the first game. Now we're looking at him against Cheyney as first play picks up big yardage.
And that's Bo Swales, the senior, who does a nice job up into near the 35-yard line.
Bo Swales, primary rusher for the Bald Eagles.
Quick out to Swales now with running room, and good yardage, picks up about 7, so 2 positive plays early on for Lock Haven, driving down now to the Cheyney 26.
The onside kick, I think, was a good play by Cheyney. The defense now needs to step up because with Lockhaven recovering, great field position.
Swills off that left-hand side. Picks up a couple of yards. Run first, says Coach Dave Tainer, and then that will set up the play-action pass. But quickly they come back to the line.
Tarek Carson in on that last tackle for the Wolves.
Four-man front for the Wolves. Some movement up front, no flags. Walton's first pass is thrown out of bounds. It goes incomplete.
Tried to run a deep sideline. We have a flag on the other side of the field.
Offsides, defense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Travis Barta, our referee today.
Kind of mistake you cannot make to give up an easy first down.
Swales a nice hole off that left-hand side. Picks it up to the 16-yard line. Now here are the Northwoods Nissan starting lineups. In the backfield, there you see Swales having a big year, 455 yards. Wide receivers, David Cook on the outside, 2 touchdowns. Up front, the only change is Devontae Oliver. He comes in at right guard, but for the most part, they've started all season long. Fade pattern to the end zone. No signal. Touchdown, Lockhaven.
Officials were waiting to confer with each other. Touchdown for Lockhaven. Cheyney running that 4-man front spread out. Swales helped him get down there.
So a quick touchdown by Lockhaven. Vermerion for the extra kick. The extra point. It is up and it is through. So Lockhaven jumps on the Cheyney Wolves quickly. It's 7-0 as we go to break.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lockhaven University.
Here's Walton, finds David Cook in the end zone.
Nice throw by Walton. Cook gets the foot down. Fake to Swales inside. Back had it. The defensive back had his back to the ball. Didn't see it up in the air, Bob.
So the onside kick by Cheyney gives Lockhaven great field position, and they take advantage of it. 5 plays, 49 yards, a minute 38 off the clock, and the Bald Eagles have a 7-0 lead. So Cheyney takes it up, past the 35. Another flag comes in. Cheyney will have an offensive possession.
I think we're going to
Looks
have
like
a
the
block.
28-yard line.
Believe it's going to be a block in the back.
Deshaun Freely, number 82, had the ball.
Starting return, block in the back, receiver team, number 16, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Cheyney took a chance on the onside kick. Defense couldn't hold on. Now the offense puts themselves in the hole with a penalty. They're going to start this drive at about their own 10. Just outside the 10.
Cheyney makes a lot of mistakes in their first 6 games. Not only do they turn the ball over, but they also commit penalties like this through the game that they really shoot themselves in the foot, to start drives.
And you can't do that. Mistakes will cost you with the other team making big plays and scoring some points.
So that goes up to Brandon French. Dominic Trouts is your quarterback.
Good play to begin with. Lockhaven defensively is aggressive. They dropped, Trouts dropped the screen to French, and he picked up about 7.
Well, now, what are your keys to our game for Cheyney? Score quick. You have to score quick now. You're going to be down early.
Exactly. You don't want to get down by 2 scores and have nothing on the board. So they need to be consistent offensively here, get some points on the board.
Almost intercepted. Almost picked off by Dalvin Williams.
Great hit in the secondary. Watch this tight end. Releases off the line. Darren Lee with a great hit in the secondary. Knocks the ball loose.
So that brings up 3rd and short now for the Wolves of Cheyney. They'll run it, but right there is the big defense of Jake Peck. No gain on the play. Here comes the punt team for the Wolves.
Peck up the field right now. Makes that hit in the backfield. Junior out of Halifax. Very aggressive defensively. As I said earlier, Lock Haven will get after you on defense. Cheyney now is going to line up to punt it away. Lock Haven looking for very good field position again.
Vandermark in, averages 30 yards. He gets hit. Ball's tipped, says the referee. Kicker's down. The ball dies at the 35-yard line. That's where Lock Haven will take over. And we have an injured player on the field, and that is the kicker.
The official has already made the sign. The ball was tipped.
Well, let's see. We have that again, Coach, and we do. As we look at Vandermark, we'll look at this punt.
Ball was tipped. Then the collision with the punter, so there will be no penalty.
And thankfully, the sophomore walks off the field on his own accord, but a big special teams play for Lock Haven. And this is something Coach Tainer practiced all week. Special teams over and over, Coach. And it pays off big ways right there.
Another great field position for this offense led by Caleb Walton.
Wind picking up, a little reverse. This is Cook. Cook up to the 18-yard line.
They ran that zoom play.
Here is the Cheyney defense giving up 49 points per game. Julian Feggins on the outside, 24 tackles on the year. Here are your linebackers, Baja Rowe from East Orange, New Jersey, 10 tackles on the year. And the secondary will be tested today. Shaquille Benjamin, a redshirt freshman out of New Jersey. He has 2 interceptions. Flags all over the place again. This is something that happened last week, too, for Cheyney against East Stroudsburg. But it was turnovers that really haunted them last week. 5 in all.
Officials huddling, I think trying to make a decision on whether it was movement or the defense offside.
Well, give this offense some room, and they can put up some numbers. They've scored 34 points twice this year. They almost upset ESU. And
Offense, offsides, defense, number 91, 5-yard
Decision
penalty,
was
first down.
and
Cheyney across.
And they narrowly beat Shippensburg last week. They lost by 10, but they were in that game. So another mistake by Cheyney, and the ball marches up to the 13.
Bob, we talked about Lock Haven being a good football team. We've seen them game 1, which we've talked about. Now they're looking to take a 2-touchdown lead as they are on 14-yard line going in.
To Swales it goes. He powers up off that right-hand side behind Oliver and Erdman, the center who's making his 37th start. And it's something Coach Taylor wanted to do today, establish that running game, and they have so far.
There you see Swales. Joe Bryant Jr. out of Olney East High School for Cheyney in on the first hit.
Walton play action, a little in pattern, trying to hit Cook. Almost had him. Good defense from
Cook
Cheyney.
in good position in front of the defensive back. Just couldn't hold on to the ball. To fake to Swales, step up.
Inside, Swales again. He'll pick up the first down, so the chains will move. First and goal, Lock Haven from the 8.
Swales with that quick hitter as the referee calls for his time so they can bring the chain in.
I gave it to him already.
Looked like it would that he had the first. Take another look at this as they bring the chains in. Lock Haven's offensive line, Bob, doing a very good job early.
And they have it by a football. So another short field for the Bald Eagles, but they're taking advantage of it. Here come the play gets called by Coach Taylor, then sent in. No huddle needed for Lock Haven. A chance to go up 2 touchdowns now. In the red zone again they are. They already scored once. To the corner. Looking for his big tight end, Delvon Dennis. Goes incomplete. Lock Haven's completed 68% this year in the red zone.
Again, Walton gets it out there. Couldn't hang on to the ball.
15 touchdowns in the RZ, 1 already today. Swales with room, looks for the end zone. Hits the pylon, touchdown, Bald Eagles.
Check to see if he stayed in bounds. The football crossed the goal line. Score for the Bald Eagles. Here you're going to see it. Motion one way with a little fake. Throws it back to the right to Swales. And there you see with his feet stayed in, ball across the goal line.
35 yards they go. Mary for the extra point. It is up and it is through. We have a flag down, so we'll hold it a moment. I believe this will be offsides against Cheyney. Is there some? There you see Bo Swales.
Penalty decline.
Offside.
Bob take the extra point.
So
14-0.
Swales gets his first touchdown of the year. We'll take a timeout. It's 14-0. Lock Haven.
We're the Lock Haven cheerleaders, and you're watching college football on My TV WQMY.
Thank you, ladies. They're happy now. Their team's up 14-0. A 6-play, 35-yard drive, 1:55 off the clock, coach. And anytime you can get great field position, Lock Haven has taken advantage of it. First time was at the 49-yard line, then at the 35, 2 drives.
I'll tell you what, almost like arena football, 50-yard field. I mean, anytime you can go short field, score, you pick up that opportunity. Lock Haven's done it twice.
Freeland downs it, so that means Cheyney will have a touchback. Now down to Aaron, who has a very happy president of the university, I'm sure. Aaron?
I'm sure very happy, Bob. This is Michael Fiorentino, the president of Lock Haven University. Thanks for joining us, and I'm sure you've got to be proud. That's a great start, huh?
Very good start. I'm very happy about the way it looks today. And welcome back to the Haven. Nice to see you again. Nice to have the crew with us.
Thanks. We love being here. Let's talk a little bit about the alumni that are here today. Coming in, they might notice some things have changed. What's going on around campus?
Well, there are a number of changes that we've made in the last 2 years. Some of the alumni who haven't been here haven't seen our new Science Center. And I think the biggest changes on campus is the new University Commons, which we finished with the demolition of Russell Hall, and the renovation of Ulmer, which is our old science building. So we brought a center to the campus now, and it's really nice to see.
Stuff going on all week long here at Lock Haven. Why is it important to have events going on all the time?
Well, I think you can see the excitement. And one of the things that's most important is having our students have the opportunity to interact with our alumni, in the reverse, of course, but just having that energy and meeting alumni and doing things together, the kind of participatory activity, it's just great for everyone.
Talking to Coach earlier just about how bad this team wants this win. What would it mean for them to get the win here today on homecoming?
Well, I think it's just so important on a homecoming day with so many fans and the alumni back. It'll give them a renewed sense of their energy and motivation for the rest of the season, so it's just an important day.
As always, thanks for stopping and chat with us.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you with us.
All right, let's go back upstairs, guys.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Mr. President. Happy to be here once again. Hope it was a little warmer, but it's not. We're doing fine. Here's the first play from Cheyney after they get the ball.
Bob, you cannot run an offensive play with defensive linemen 2 yards up the field. Tough to do. Cheyney coming in here with the second and about 8.
First pass complete from Troutz. It's up to Mathis, redshirt junior, who picks up yardage to the 35. Third down on the way. Cheyney has had its struggles on offense this year, averaging just 6 points per game. 76 on the ground, 111 through the air, 188 total. Big number that stands out, Coach. Quarterback's been sacked 24 times this year.
You have to protect the quarterback. You have to be able to run a play, be efficient first and second down. Right now, Cheyney struggling with that.
Blitz off the outside. Troutz gets hammered. Another sack, and that was Isaiah Flamer from his free safety position.
I'll tell you what, you have to account. If you're going to throw the ball, you have to account for everybody at the line of scrimmage. Tanner was on the line of scrimmage, and Flamer, when he came, nobody picked him up. Didn't account for him on the line of scrimmage. Sack, fourth down, they're going to have to punt it away.
12th sack on the year for the Lock Haven defense as we get some mild precipitation coming in now. New punter was on. Nope, that's Vandermark. Flag goes down. Now, he was hit by Flamer this time. They did not get the ball. So I believe this will go against Lock Haven. The flag is at the 14-yard line. Here's Travis Barta, the referee. So they went for the block to Lock Haven, but this time they caught the punter.
Running to the kicker, number 29 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Roughing the kicker is a 15-yarder, so Cheyney will pick up the first down. Lock Haven took a chance with Flamer coming off the corner again. Didn't quite get there in time.
Coach Tainer trying to get an explanation on the sideline. Cheyney now has the ball at their own 44-yard line. The offense comes back on. There's Troutz out of North Bergen, New Jersey. He is a sophomore. He's thrown for 465 yards this year and 5 interceptions. Ball goes down, picked up by Lock Haven. One play and a turnover. That's Dalvin Williams from Johnstown.
I tell you what, they tried to run the stretch play outside. The quarterback put it on the running back's hip. Right here, you're going to see it. Didn't get it out in front of him. Williams picks it up. Another turnover by Cheyney.
19th on the year, the 11th fumble. And now Lock Haven has the ball at the Cheyney 41, looking to extend their lead. So Caleb Gephardt, the freshman, picks up 7 yards on the throw from Walton. Offense comes up quickly. There you see the defense who did a nice job their last time, getting the turnover and getting that offense back on the field. Harris, not much running room there. Good job by Cheyney on the inside. That was Brad Dardis, number 53, who made the tackles. The third down on the way.
Lock Haven trying to run that draw play. Cheyney defensively would have none of it. So looking at a 3rd and about 4 for this bald eagled offense.
Four-man rush. Walton wide open. Krupko just missed him at the 20 on the slant, and he had running room. 4th down now coming. I believe they'll go for it.
Something we don't see a lot of from Walton.
Let's look at that recovery. Here's how they got the ball back, Coach.
There you see it. The stretch play, they tried to run it. Quarterback didn't get the ball out there. Williams with the recovery.
This offense ranked 13th in the PAC, 9th in rushing and 11th in passing, but they've been very fluent today. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and we're only in the first. 4th down play out in the flat, in and out of the hands of the big tight end, Dennis. So Cheyney holds off on downs, and here comes that offense for the Wolves.
Delvon Dennis couldn't hold on to it. Wanted to go with the short ball, pick up the 1st down. The defensive back took a chance and tried to go under. So if that would have been a catch, it would have been a big play. But it was incomplete. Cheyney takes over on offense.
So here comes Cheyney so far. They've run 7 plays for just 3 yards. 3rd possession of the game. That's Maurice Tillman. And here were the starters, the projected starters when we came in. Trout's the quarterback, a sophomore, as I said. 5 interceptions, 3 touchdowns this year. The receivers, Christian Sanchez, he's a big guy, 6'5", 265, big target out there, does have a touchdown on the year. And up front, Adonis Cruz, he'll have to watch that right tackle position. He's 6'2", 320 pounds, just a junior. So Mike Williams shoots in. Tackle for a loss for him again. Cheyney backs up to the 39, 3rd and long on the way.
Cheyney 1st down, efficient, picked up good yardage. 2nd down, tried to get the ball outside. Williams right there, make the tackle, so forcing a 3rd down again.
Cheyney 0 for 2 on 3rd down this afternoon. 5 minutes left in the 1st quarter. Out quickly into the flat, goes incomplete. Look, trying to hit Marcus Lyles out there was Trout, so here comes that punt team again. Let's see what Lock Haven does.
Lyles ran a good route. He ran right to the stick, turned around on that stop pattern. Trouch just had a tough time getting the ball there, a little low. It was catchable. Lyles couldn't bring it in, so Cheyney's going to punt it away. Lock Haven again, opportunity.
They put on a rush. This time they stay away from the punter. And it's dragged into the end zone, and I believe that will be a touchback.
Big break for Lock Haven.
Mike Williams back there. Now, we should say Sean Seif, who's fourth in the all-purpose in the league. He's usually back on punt returns, but he's injured and out for the last couple of weeks. So Williams wisely lets it go, and he gets a touchback.
Tell you one of the things you always tell your deep men, if they can, field the ball, because once it hits the ground, you never know what will happen. If the ball hit about the 18, rolled all the way, finally pushed into the end zone by Cheyney, Lock Haven starts their offense at the 20.
Little fake, knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It goes incomplete.
Carson with the deflection, bring up second down.
Couple impact players today, Coach. That whole offensive line from Lock Haven doing a nice job against the two defensive ends, because they can really put the pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, Knight and Feggins both are able to do that as Lock Haven runs a little bit of a fullback dive off that right side.
But it looks like Lock Haven has countered that, but well, Walton's doing like three-step drops.
Well, get the ball away. That's exactly right. One of the things you have to do if you're going to use a three-step drop or be tight to the line of scrimmage is make sure the offensive line keeps the defensive line's hands down, because they can knock it away.
Flag comes in with a motion going against Haven. Third penalty of the day on Lock Haven. So this is actually the worst starting field position for the Bald Eagles. And last week they could drive.
Coach Tainer talked about, Bob, is consistency. Don't make mistakes.
They had some long drives last week against Shippensburg. 5 drives over 75 yards. The last one was a 91-yard drive. And so we know Lock Haven has the offense. Walton, left side, finds a receiver. That's Cook, down to the 40. 20 yards for David Cook.
What happens when the quarterback gets out of the pocket? No one contains him, cause an awful lot of problems. Now, man wide open in the secondary. Completion and first down for the Bald Eagles.
Wind really picking up here at Lock Haven as we're up on the hill. And I talked about that wacky weather. Before the game, we had a little sleet shower. Sun came out, it was beautiful. Now the wind picked up. Feel a little precipitation in the air.
It's that time of year.
Fall weather is the fall weather. Another penalty. This one going to go against the Haven. It's holding. That will back them up. First down will be replayed. Lock Haven has good numbers on offense. 367 yards per game. 229 in the air and 147 on the ground. The ground game really getting going today with both Swales. Time of possession per game, 24 and 45. Just 5 fumbles on the year for the offense. Let's see how that costs the offense. That's not going to cost Krupko. He's got running room. Tripped up at the 20-yard line. $40-yard play for Dan Krupko.
Marvin Easter with a great tackle right at the end to save a touchdown. That was the Cheyney defense knocking that quarterback down as Krupko was up the field.
Walton pulled down that high snap, got it to Swales, and Swales up for just a yard. But as you saw in the replay, a lot of pressure coming on. Walton he stood in there and got it out.
Last play, snapped too high, just couldn't mesh with Swales.
Already 7 penalties in this quarter. Make it number 8 as the flag comes in from the back, one of the back judges. The side judge too. I guess the side judge threw it.
Cheyney, I think, had 12 men on the field.
That's what they were counting. So both teams trying to get things going, but have been plagued by some penalties.
Let's see what the official has for us.
Okay, I guess they picked up the flag. Picked up the flag, got everybody straightened out. I guess they were only making a substitution. Here comes the blitz. Ball now quickly again, that little slant pattern to Krupko, and he makes the catch at the 2. First and goal, Lock Haven.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Walton did a great job getting rid of that ball. Pressure very quickly from the linebacker outside. Walton makes a good throw. Krupko with an excellent catch.
Eagles up quickly. Swales, touchdown, Lock Haven. Bo Swales, his second of the afternoon.
Offensive line doing their job, getting a little push on the goal line. Swales in for the touchdown. Again, Hall from Cheyney coming hard off the corner, didn't get there in time.
There's the band with some alumni in it. Third touchdown of the afternoon for Haven. This one was a nice drive put together, set up by a big play from Krupko. 7 plays, 80 yards, 2:37 off the clock, 21-0, Lock Haven. Both Swales came in with no touchdowns on the year, rushing or receiving. He's got one of each today already.
Yeah, well, and we talked about this.
And there's
take
Caleb
a look
Walton.
at Caleb Walton.
They're making his 23rd consecutive start today, a career high last week. All kinds of big numbers for him. He's 3rd all time in Lock Haven passing history.
I'll tell you what, that's a marriage made in heaven. Caleb Walton and Coach Tainer with that offense. Hurry up offense, get the ball down the field. Right now working pretty well for the Bald Eagles.
And he's done a nice job the last 2 times, taking the big hits, but getting the ball out quickly.
He has received some pressure from Cheyney, but he's able to get rid of the ball.
So as I was saying, Swales has a rushing touchdown today and a receiving touchdown, his first 2 of the year. So Bo Swales doing a nice job here already for his team. Up 21-0 already, and we're only in quarter number 1. And here comes the sun.
Swales, a senior out of Clearfield.
He averages 5.7 per carry. And that's a great average. So Blumeri tees it up. Shaquille Benjamin back to receive this kick. He's got running room. Benjamin out past the 35. Cheyney will take over at the 37-yard line.
Good field position for the Wolves as they start their drive. And to be very honest, Bob, they're going to have to answer here very quickly, or it could turn into a rout very early. We have 1:50 left, first quarter.
176 total yards already for the Lock Haven offense. Just 8 total yards for the Wolves. 10 plays. So Trotz remains the quarterback. This is Maurice Tillman knocked out of bounds. A couple coaches knocked out as well. Looks like they're going to get up, but best play of the day so far. 12 yards on that. They're up to midfield for the Wolves.
I'll tell you what, they've run this play twice, and both times it's picked up yardage. Tillman getting outside. See the collision on the sideline.
Knocked out of bounds by Flamer. Now let's see if Cheyney can put any offensive numbers back up.
Good plus yardage on first down for the Wolves.
Fumble again off the snap. I believe Trout's got it. He did. So an exchange problem between McCray and Trouts, and second down on the way.
Bob, they're right on the 50. You could see the separation. Center went. Trouts tried to pull out of there, and the ball was on the ground.
Trout's back. Flag comes flying in that position of holding. They get the sack, does Lockhaven. We'll see what this play is. He was knocked down by Aaron Hepburn, a linebacker.
Tell you what, Bob, what has worked for Cheyney at all has been quick passes. You have to stay with that type of
Number 55.
thought
That penalty's declined.
as you go through this ball
Third down.
game. Once they try to take a 7 or a 5-step drop, they're having all kind of problems. So the quick passing game may be what they would stay with.
Third and long now for the Wolves. Watch out for the tight end. Trying to run the reverse. Great job by Daniel Strawbridge. Here are the starters for Lockhaven for the defense as we have a Wolf shaken up. Jake Peck up front, 25 tackles this year. He does have a sack. And behind him, Tony Ballin playing very good. A senior out of Jersey City, 61 tackles on the year so far, 5 for a loss. And with that 5-man secondary now, Teray Anderson out of Bishop McDevitt, 31 tackles, 2 interceptions. And we talked about that defense changing. 3-3-5 now.
And I'll tell you what, Strawbridge just showed you why they went to that. Great play by Daniel Strawbridge.
Do you know a student fan right now watching the Cheyney Lockhaven game? Call them. Tell them. Watch it on the computer or tablet, smartphone, wherever they are. Go to myfoxnepa.com for our high-quality live stream now. So there's 7 seconds left in the first quarter, dominated by the Bald Eagles from the outset. 3 touchdowns already. Clock will roll out, and this should do it. And they're going to let it go. Vandermark gets the punt away. Williams says, get away from it. Nice Cheyney roll. And they'll down it at the 3-yard line, and that will do it. We have 1 quarter in the books here at Hubert Jack Stadium. It's all Bald Eagles as they head onto the second quarter with a 21-0 lead.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lockhaven University.
We are back at Lock Haven University on a beautiful fall afternoon for college football. And there you see the view of the stadium from downtown Lock Haven. Bob I, Joe DeMelfi, and Aaron Dugan, glad you could join us here for Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference football. All Lock Haven in that first quarter as they have a 21-0 lead. And, Coach, they've only led 3 quarters this season. Right now, they're looking very good after they lead after the first here.
They have a couple of short fields, came away with touchdowns. We're starting a drive here at their own 3-yard line. So this is going to be if they can move it the length of the field, a long drive.
They go to the running game first. Malik Harris, the junior out of Harrisburg, by way of Albright. He picks up positive yardage past the 12.
One of the things about Lock Haven today, they have been very, and I keep using that word, efficient first and second down, makes first down conversions much easier.
Walton over the middle. He's got a guy past the 30 up to the 35 as he has Caleb Gebhardt for a big gain.
Great throw over the middle. Good catch by Gebhardt. Again, right in front of the safety. Marvin Morris out of the Cheyney defense.
There's Harris. Gives him a little bit different look than Swales does, doesn't he?
He does give them a different look because he's a little quicker. Swales can pound it, get it down the field. A little quicker, get to the hole quicker and make a cut once he gets to the secondary.
Chains move again. They're up to the 44.
They do a great job, Bob, complimenting themselves with the offense.
We have an injured Cheyney Wolf down as the training staff comes out. It looks like it's Jameel Hines, and that's something Coach Rulak out of Cheyney does not want to see. A lot of injuries this year to a lot of starters, and there's been a wholesale changes on both sides of the ball for the Wolves. That has led to the struggles I know that they have had. There's Coach Rulak, his second duration here at Cheyney. He coached back from 93 to 95. What they needed a coach. He's come in on an interim basis to lead the Wolves. So there's been challenging this year for Cheyney. Has not been challenging so far for the offense for Lock Haven as they're on the move again. Harris, big hole, almost popped out. Instead picks up 5 to the 50.
That play gives you a little example of the difference between the two running backs. When Swales was in, the snap was high, he only picked up 1 or 2. But now, look at Malik Harris, quickly up the field, picks up good yardage.
Play action. Cook wrapped up, picks up 14. He's to the 35.
Very quick fake to hold the secondary and the backers, and then Walton gets it over to Cook, and he picks up the first down.
Remember, this drive started at the 3-yard line. Walton again. Quick look to the slot receiver. And that is Gebhardt out of Portage, PA.
But again, we look at first down. They picked up the first down on the first down play.
Sun shining bright over Lock Haven. Kephart again up quickly. Close to another first down. They're going to measure it. Ball placed at the 14. Look quick out.
Good yardage after the catch by Gebhardt. So this drive, which started at about the 3.
Moving quickly, too. Ball is knocked out. Cheyney has it, no whistle. That is Rashad Knight, number 14, who picked it up. He's on his horse. He's going to go in for a touchdown. No whistles. Ball came out. It's a touchdown for Cheyney right now.
Didn't see it. Defense comes up big.
Looked
Rashad Knight.
Looked like they ripped the ball out of him. Here's the replay.
Exactly. Walton hands off. Malik Harris takes it inside. There you see one hand in there.
I guess the ball is out. It's hard to. Ball is out. Now, I couldn't tell if he was down. Now, was Knight down? He had the ball in the knee. No one blew a whistle.
No whistle blown. Knight looked like he was close to have his knee down, but there was no whistle. He took it about 80 yards for the touchdown. Cheyney's defense comes up big.
No replay to review in Division II, so it goes for a Cheyney touchdown. We'll check on the yardage. But the extra point team is on. It is up, and it is good. So off the fumble, Cheyney gets a score on defense, and they cut into the Lock Haven lead down to 14. We'll head to break, and we'll sort things out. 21-7. Lock Haven continues to lead. Well, we are back at Hubert Jack Stadium in Lock Haven. Strange turn of events. Lock Haven driving down the field. Malik Harris goes in off a rush. He has it stripped by Keyshawn Dingle. We'll take a look at this one-on-one. It may be out.
Malik Harris fighting for that extra yardage.
I think the ball's out right there.
Ball is out.
The question I have is Knight down when he picks the ball up because he went to one knee. I guess he doesn't have possession until he picks it up again.
Exactly right. And with that, he takes it the distance for the touchdown.
And
so Cheyney's defense helps out.
Cheyney, anytime, any way they can get a score, they'll take it. So the Lock Haven lead down to 14. Vandermark tees it back up. I don't think we'll see another outside kick. We don't, but it is well short, taken by one of the up men. That is Flamer on special teams. So this will bring the offense back out to the 37-yard line.
Gary Brown for Cheyney. Excellent job on kickoff coverage.
They're calling that a 91-yard fumble recovery touchdown. So Rashad Knight for Cheyney does it. They bring the defense back on. And here's Caleb Walton and company who putting a nice drive together before that fumble. Let's see if they can get this touchdown back. Swales back into the game. And now the defense makes a nice positive play. Only a yard gain for him. Stood up quickly by big number 91, Arthur White.
Arthur White right there.
And Joe Bryant too.
Along with Joe Bryant, make a good stop on first down for the Cheyney defense.
Cook on the slant. He's up quickly past the 50 to the Cheyney 47. Gain of 11.
Great catch, ball thrown a little behind Cook, but he's able to go back and make the catch as Swales bounces left side.
Swales with running room, knocked out of bounds. I think we'll have a face mask at the 30 as he was ridden out by Marvin Easter. Travis Barta, our referee again. Making a lot of calls today.
I believe trying to get a number on the penalty.
So this should move Lock Haven forward if it is a face mask.
face mask, off number 16. 15-yard penalty,
Offense.
replay.
They called
First down.
Swales for reaching back when he was trying, and we'll take a look at it here. As he bounces, and just right here is where it would happen.
Yep.
And you can see he had his hand up in the mask.
Good job by number 28 Easter. Fighting off that as Swales gets called for the penalty. They'll set the chains once again because they had moved. That was the 5th penalty already on Lock Haven. We're in the second quarter. 21 points scored in quarter number 1 for Lock Haven. Cheyney has the only score here in the second so far on defense. Swales out wide open. Puts his head down. Up past the 30 to the 27.
Bob, you can't allow the running back to get outside. He runs a little flat pattern. Somebody has to be up quickly on run support.
16 yards for Swales. Swales this time knocked down quickly. A yard gain. Tariq Carson out of Communication Tech High School in Philadelphia makes the tackle. What do you think of the pace of the Lock Haven offense from where we saw it in week number 1?
I like I said earlier, I thought they were going to be a good team. They have moved the ball today. They've done some things very well. As we have a penalty, ball thrown up.
Krupko may almost make a circus catch, but I think that was one of those. Walton knew it was going to go against Cheyney, and he figured he would just go to Krupko, who was going to the end zone.
Malik Harrison ball game as Bo Swales goes to the sideline last play. It looked like he was banged up a little.
They're working on his shoulder. Here's that last play.
See Walton going up. That play really wouldn't have cost him anything if it was intercepted.
Good defense by the redshirt freshman Jamal Brown. So the officials, again, working it out. Another penalty, as we've had a bunch of them already, 8 today between both teams. This will be number 9.
On the defense, number 30, that penalty declined. Personal foul. Defense, number 48, it's a 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down, half the distance to the goal.
Wow. Well, didn't see 48 do anything, but obviously the officials did. So that moves the ball closer to the Lock Haven end zone. Up to the 13-yard line it goes. Make that the 12.
Lock Haven offense does not need any help at this point, Bob, and Cheyney's defense is giving them additional yardage with the penalties.
Well, last week, East Stroudsburg put up 583 total yards on this Cheyney defense. 419 yards from Matt Soltis, the quarterback for ESU. Caleb Walton looking to get near there as well today. They run the reverse, has blocks. Touchdown, Gephardt, Lock Haven.
Gephardt in motion, right to left, a little bit of a zoom play. Great job by the left side of the offensive line, forming that wall. Gephardt touchdown, Lock Haven up by 20 at this point.
Gephardt's first rushing touchdown of the year for the freshman. So Bumeri in for another extra point and another nice drive by the Bald Eagles. Kick is up, and it is true. So Lock Haven answers the Cheyney defensive touchdown with a TD of their own. Gebhardt and company now up 21 as we head to break.
Welcome back to Lock Haven University. The Bald Eagles up 28-7 over Cheyney. You're watching live college football on MyTV WQMY. I'm Aaron Dugan on the sidelines today, and I'm joined now by Tom Jollio, the athletic director here at Lock Haven. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, it's great to be here, and it's a great day to be a Bald Eagle.
Absolutely. Now, you've only been here for about 2 months, so how have things been for you?
Fast and furious. Just a lot of things going on, trying to learn about the new systems and the processes here that we use at Lock Haven University. But what a great university, what a great town. Very excited to be part of the Lock Haven experience.
So what have some of your top priorities been since you've been here, and how about looking ahead? What would you like to focus on?
Well, first and foremost, it's really about providing a safe, inclusive environment for the student athletes, one in which they can learn and grow from the expertise of the coaches and the faculty that we expose them with. You know, as far as the future, we want to maintain that. I spend a lot of time meeting new alumni and meeting the faculty, and I'm going to continue to do that and again implement systems that are going to support the coaches and benefit the student athletes.
Of course, and this week, as you can see, such a great time, a great atmosphere. What does homecoming mean to the athletic community here?
Well, I think it's really about tying the past with the present. You know, I can't tell you all the alumni that are back in town and all the people that I had an opportunity to meet. They all support the program. They're proud of Lock Haven University. They're proud to be a Bald Eagle. And you know, to expose the current student athletes to the past has just been wonderful. They get to learn from the past and understand about tradition and history. It's wonderful.
All right, Tom, well, thanks for stopping and chat with us, and best of luck in your new position.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go back upstairs, guys.
Thank you, Aaron, and thank you, Tom, of course, for welcoming us here to Lock Haven. Bye-bye, Joe DeMelfi. We're topside enjoying a beautiful fall afternoon of college football. Cheyney has the ball on first down and taken for another loss is Cheyney. And that was 54 Williams coming in there. Dalvin Williams with another tackle. And Coach, after we take a look at this replay.
Look hesitant offensively. They just can't get that sync going. Running back steps up. Looked like he almost lost the ball. Lock Haven right there defensively.
Cheyney has to get something going offensively. They're averaging 1 yard per play. 15 plays, just 16 yards for this Wolves offense. The defense doing a nice job. Nice pass from Trouts. He gets it out quickly up to the 36-yard line. That looks like Deshaun Freeland, number 82, with the catch, the freshman, who had 4 catches last week. So positive play for Cheyney. That's what you need, one at a time. There you see Coach Rulick.
Freeland with a good route. Trouts made the throw, and that's what, as you said, Bob, have to do. First or second down, give them a chance to move the chains. 3rd and short.
Lock Haven the blitz. Williams in. Trotz avoids him. Penalty flags come in as he was trying to reach his receiver out there, number 89, Ray Jefferson.
Both officials had the same penalty. It looked like we have a hold on the Lock Haven defense.
Defense, number 6, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Well, we haven't seen much of him today, and they'll have to look for him. Christian Sanchez, their big tight end, 6 catches, 122 yards. He averages over 20 yards per play. But Anderson and Ballin in that defense doing a nice job taking him out of the game so far.
That time, Lock Haven held. Receiver ran an out pattern, then up. Defensive back felt he was beat. He went, grabbed the jersey.
Four-man rush to get it out quickly to Devin Miller out of Williamsport, and just as quick as they get it out, that defense charges in. Loss of 1 on that.
Excellent job by the defense. Williams, safety right there. Route was thrown right at the line of scrimmage. What they're trying to do is get it quickly to the receiver so that he could turn up the field, but that Lock Haven defense did not allow a yard. In fact, it looked like they lost a yard.
Dalvin Williams and Mike Williams on the stop. Trots back. Oh, in and out of the hands of Carlos Balcom. Well, that would have been an interception. It goes incomplete. Third down on the way for the Wolves.
Now, Trout stepped up to make the throw, but I think he thought the receiver was going to turn inside and almost threw the interception.
Freeland, the freshman, little miscommunication between him and the sophomore quarterback. 0 for 4 today. Cheyney on third down.
That pretty much emphasizes my point, Bob. 3rd and long. Not too many plays in the playbook for that kind of situation.
They get into the flat. First down and more for Cheyney. Pick up of 12. Nice job by number 6. Terrell Gissendanner, the redshirt freshman out of Miami.
Gissendamer did a great job. Trouts made the throw. He ran a flat pattern. Nobody there is able to turn it up and pick up first down yardage.
Good play from Cheyney. So they're inside Lock Haven territory. Long count, finally handed off. That looked like Maurice Tillman, number 8, but he's tripped up quickly, only 1 yard on the play. So we have another injured player down on the field, and that is number 8 is holding his knee, Miller. Or Tillman, excuse me.
Tillman, right there, looked like he tried to take a step inside and went down under the weight of that. Trainers from Cheyney out taking a look at him.
So there's Coach Rulek looking at another injured Cheyney Wolf. And it doesn't look good, as Coach just said. Tillman tried to make that cut and his knee buckled right out from under him. So this may take a couple minutes to get him off.
Yeah, we can see the trainers right there looking at that knee.
Well, there's Coach Tainer on the other side. His first season here at Lock Haven. He spent 7 years at Urbana University. That was his alma mater. Had a successful season in 2009 to 2016. 50 offensive records. And right now, he is the 24th head coach here at Lock Haven. And he says, getting better each and every practice, each and every game.
We talked about that during, before our pregame, talked with Coach Tainer, and he was very upbeat. Felt they are becoming a better football team as you take a look at him right there.
He's big on percentages, how much you take from the practice field to the game situation. And as that gets better, he feels his team will get better.
Well, when we talk about maybe that a little bit, about statistics and percentages with becoming a big part of both college and professional football.
So the Williamsport native, Miller, the redshirt freshman, picks up some positive yardage up to the 38-yard line. Boy, would he like to come off with a win for Cheyney today and have a big game. Come from Williamsport High School.
Running a toss play to the corner. Miller is able to pick up a couple.
Flamer and Ballin on the stop.
Looking at a 3rd and about 5, a long 5 for Cheyney.
Let's see if Lock Haven will want to blitz. 3-man front right now. Here comes Williams off the edge. They get it out into the flat, trying to hit that tight end, Christian Sanchez, but he overthrew the 6'5 receiver.
I'll tell you what, Sanchez was open. Trout's got it up a little bit, and here you're going to take another look at it. There you see Sanchez. Just couldn't hold on to it. Would have been close to that first down marker. Forces a 4th down for Cheyney.
So Cheyney going for it on 4th down, 1 for 8 on the year on the 4th down conversion. The defense giving up 40% for Lock Haven. Good time. Knocked away, but we're going to have a flag come in. Looked like Ballin down there playing defense. I should say, it looks like number 6, say that, Strawbridge. Daniel Strawbridge might have the hold call.
Yeah, we're going to have a penalty called. Pass interference.
Holding, defense, number 6, 10-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
Strawbridge in on some big plays defensively. Here you take a look. Trout sets, makes the throw. And they're calling Strawbridge. He had his arm wrapped around the receiver.
They're trying to hit that tight end, Sanchez. Big target. So Cheyney putting a nice drive together. Miller whacked behind the line of scrimmage by Strawbridge.
Strawbridge again very quickly up the field. We've seen him several times this afternoon up the field quickly making the tackle. And he does that right here. You see him at the top of the screen. No blocker accounted for Strawbridge and makes a big hit. And that's part of the defensive philosophy that Coach Tainer talked about. You got some mobile people back there, athletic, they can run to the ball. Strawbridge, a great example.
2nd down now on the way. Nice catch by Freeland. He's got running room, has a 1st down up to the 15.
I'll tell you what, Freeland did a great job coming back to that ball on the route. If you'll take a look at this, and we're going to get another look at it. Right here. Trout stretch. He has some pressure from Ballin, but Freeland comes back and is able to run away from the defender to pick up the 1st down.
15 yards. 10 plays, 58 yards so far for Cheyney, trying to put their first offensive touchdown on the board this afternoon. Into the red zone goes Cheyney. They've had trouble here. Trout's found his running room. He's up and whack, quickly holds on to the ball. He's knocked down at the 6.
Trout's with a 5-step drop. It opened up in the middle. So he was able to pick up a couple of yards once he saw that his receivers were covered. Moves it, and there you see the run inside the 10.
Devin Williams comes up gingerly. Number 54, he walks off the field. Also a nice stop by Ballin there, number 4. So 2nd down now for Cheyney. Just 1 touchdown in the red zone this year. 4-man rush trying to set up a screen. They have Miller. Miller, touchdown Cheyney. So the Williamsport grad on his home turf gets Cheyney on the board with their first offensive touchdown of the afternoon.
Devin Miller, they've used that play 3 times today. It has picked up good yardage. Finally, the 3rd time, they get it in the end zone.
So a nice 12-play, 73-yard drive for the Wolves.
Miller came out of the backfield, goes the flat, has to be picked up either by an outside or an inside backer. Nobody picked him up. He's able to take it in.
And Vandermark's kick is up and no good. So it's a 15-point lead for the Bald Eagles. Cheyney took 6 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. So Lock Haven's offense will come back out well rested.
Has to make Cheyney feel better with that drive. They did some good things offensively there. As you see again, Miller slipping to the flat. Miles Eubanks coming over to try to make that tackle, couldn't get there, and Miller takes it into the end zone.
Defense has had lapses this year for Lock Haven. They give up 36 points per game, doing well, much better today on that front, but a nice drive by the Wolves, and they cut into that lead a little bit. So Lock Haven will get the ball. Full complement of timeouts remaining, 3. So plenty of time for Walton and company.
Good answer by Cheyney's offense. Cheyney's defense now needs to make a stand here with 2:39 left first half. Can't afford to let the Lock Haven offense take charge and move down the field.
Big number 48, Feggins does the kickoff. Williams with room. Mike Williams inside Cheyney territory, knocked out of bounds near the 43-yard line. Great field position for the Bald Eagles.
Julian Feggins did a great job for Cheyney. If he wasn't there, it looked like could have been a touchdown off the kickoff.
Lock Haven's led only once this season at the half. That was with East Stroudsburg, a game that Coach Tainer thinks they could have won. It was 28-23. They should take that into this game. By how much is to be determined. In and out of the hands of Krupko, a little bit behind. On the throw was Walton.
Krupko running that slant pattern, ball thrown a little bit behind him, couldn't handle it. Looking at 2nd and 10.
Krupko again, 214 yards receiving last week on 11 catches for 3 touchdowns. Swales will push up a couple yards, see if they use a timeout. Plenty of time left. This is where Coach Tainer, I think, can get frustrated because the offense sometimes gets bogged down, Coach.
Tried to get inside. Tarek Carson for Cheyney came down hard and made that tackle from the defensive front. But we're going to have another mistake by that defense offside.
Krupko, nice hanging catch. Did he push off?
We have a flag at the line of scrimmage and a flag in the secondary.
Yep.
So we may be looking. I know the flag at the line of scrimmage is offside on Cheyney.
And again, Walton and Krupko did that last time. The same exact flag happened.
And this time, completion.
Sides, defense, number 95. Pass interference, offense, number 18. Those penalties offset, replay, 3rd down.
All right, they called a push off on the receiver downfield. Take a look at it real quick, like before the ball is snapped. And they're saying that
it was right before
Krupko, right before the catch.
So Walton tried his best to take advantage of that, but the penalty's offset. Replay 3rd down. Goes over to the left side. Big tight end, Dennis. 1st down at the 30. Clock stops.
Delvon Dennis, East Pennsboro High School, makes a great catch. Caleb Walton, good throw. That time Cheyney's secondary closed on the ball quickly, but not before the 1st down was picked up.
Little draw to Swales. He's tripped up quickly, rolls ahead inside the 25. Tripped up by Marquise Hall out of Washington, D.C. Coming up on 1 minute to play here in the first half. Swales again. Let's see if he wants to call timeout. Coach Tainer does.
That time, Julian Feggins, again, defensively, comes down hard and makes the tackle. There you see the defensive play by Feggins, some help from Joe Bryant, and a timeout. Lock Haven.
There's Coach Tainer. Now the wind is going right to left as we look at the screen, so it would be behind the field goal kicker, Alex Bomeri, who is 4 of 7 this year, does have a 34-yard field goal to his resume. But Coach Tainer, I know, would like to get that first down. Coach, how about 347 yards so far in the first half for Lock Haven's offense? On 41 plays, they're averaging over 8 yards per play.
I'll tell you what, when you look at it, they like that type of offense likes to run between 80 and 90 plays a game, if they can. And as you said, if they can average 5 yards of play, you're talking about 400 yards of offense per game. And here, Lock Haven's almost to the 400 mark right before half.
Yeah, again, last week at East Stroudsburg, nearly 600 yards given up by this Cheyney defense. So Lock Haven knew they wanted to take advantage of that, and they did in that first quarter, putting up 3 touchdowns. They would like to end the first half on a positive note with another touchdown. Ball looks over see if they want to change the play. They will change the play at the line of scrimmage. 6 on the clock, the play clock, that is. Big third down. Got a guy. Touchdown, Lock Haven. Pharrell Boyd, the sophomore out of Coatesville. Another touchdown for the Bald Eagles.
Looked at that secondary coverage. I'm talking about Coach Tainer on the sideline. Looked at the secondary coverage. Had Boyd outside. Touchdown for the Bald Eagles.
They go 43 yards, a 24-yard touchdown reception for Boyd. Bomeri's kick is up, and it is through. Flag comes in late. 35 points on the board for Lock Haven in the first half. That's the most they've scored in any game this season so far. Here we look at it again.
What happened was Boyd came straight up the field, a little bit of an arc route. Swales went flat. Nobody picked Boyd
ball.
up. Secondary
Personal
wide
foul.
open.
Kicking team, number 79. It's a 15-yard penalty, which will be forced on the kickoff.
So a nice job of Walton to Boyd.
Yeah, Boyd, like I said, secondary-wise, you have to recognize that quickly and get over.
His 3rd touchdown on the year, first one today. The sun comes out on that note. And Lock Haven has 35 points on the board. They extend their lead over Cheyney. And fans are happy on homecoming. Here at Hubert Jack Stadium, we have the ROTC doing some push-ups down there. I don't see Aaron down there doing any push-ups. Nope. Maybe to stay warm. So a happy crowd here today. Dave Tainer has to be happy with the way his team has played here in the first half.
One of the things you look at, and I've mentioned it before, was Cheyney answered with a touchdown offensively, and I said their defense had to make a play. Didn't happen. Lock Haven moved the ball in for a score. They will be kicking off from their 20 due to the penalty called on the extra point.
Cheyney over the last 2 weeks has given up 63 points to Bloomsburg and 69 points a week ago to East Stroudsburg.
And Lock Haven, with 35 in the first half, is on track to equal that.
I think Coach Tainer, wouldn't matter if he won by 1 point or 60 points as long as he gets that first win here.
There's no doubt about that.
That's all that matters here at homecoming. Super Mary kicks it off. Nice high kick. Benjamin takes it from the 11. Big hit at the 30. Special teams. Oh, I think that's Strawbridge coming off with a shoulder hanging. Coming up at the half, Amanda Cool will be back to preview our high school game this week between Southern Columbia and Lewisburg. Then Aaron Dugan will have some special guests here from Lock Haven down on the field. That coming up at halftime here on MyTV.
Bob, 40 seconds left. You want to take a chance and try to score, that's fine, but you don't want to give up an easy one. You're down by 22 right now.
Yeah, Cheyney will get the ball to begin the second half. Just 71 yards total offense for the Wolves in the first half. That's their big tight end. His first catch of the afternoon goes to Sanchez. Pickup of 6.
First quarter didn't go to Sanchez. They are now targeting him much more here in the second quarter.
So Cheyney calls timeout. That's their first one of the first half. So everything going right for Dave Tanner's team. Went back to fundamentals this week, Coach. He told us blocking, tackling. It's paying off, and special teams, and I think they've done a nice job on special teams. They already have one block punt today.
I think one of the things when we look at modern football, spread offenses, and we talk about quarter, half defensive coverages, but fundamentally, you got to run, you got to block, you got to tackle. I mean, that's the game right there. And now it's your job as a coach to put the players in the right position to do those things.
They're going to reset the game clock up to 28 seconds. So 28 seconds remaining here in the quarter, and a very chilly fall afternoon at Hubert Jack Stadium. Had a little bit of sleet, a little bit of rain, a little wind, a little sun.
We went through 4 seasons in the last half hour.
Yep. And that was in the last 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they say? Last 5 minutes. So beautiful view here from up top, looking over Lock Haven, the city. And we are so glad that they have invited us out for another year. Our second game here, and we'll have 2 more after this coming up here at Lock Haven. One of those will be women's basketball in January, and we'll have the always ranked women's lacrosse team, who has played the last 2 years in the national championship of Division II women's lacrosse. We'll have them in April. And hopefully in April it will be a lot warmer outside.
Waiting to change the game clock 28 seconds. That has not happened as yet.
Not sure if the clock operator has gone to halftime break.
Yeah. It is now changed.
So on the field, it's second down. Cheyney trying to get anything before the half. One thing they don't want to do, give up a turnover. Trouts over the middle, knocked down nicely by number 10. That was Rogier Miles Eubanks. We talked about him in pregame. First time we called his name this afternoon.
Miles Eubank with a great move on the ball. Trouts gets it up there. Miles Eubank over to make the play defensively.
So far in the first half, Strawbridge and Mike Williams both have 4 tackles apiece. Let's see if Cheyney now will just run it out. No, they're going to try to put it up in the air again. It's complete.
Pass complete on the tag on the 24.
Tell you what, great block on the corner here. Take a look at this, the free right there. Excellent job by Brandon French.
Easton Danner had the reception. He was pulled out of bounds quickly, and a timeout called by the Wolves. 12 seconds now remaining here in the half.
French's block enabled Trouts to make that throw, pick up the first down.
So Lock Haven's offense came into today averaging 376 yards per game. They're over that here in the first half against Cheyney.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, today's game is being broadcast live on My TV, WQMY TV, with a rebroadcast taking place tonight.
I'm not sure there is a more nicer setting than the one we have here today, Coach. Looking here over Lock Haven, the view down to the school and the town.
Leaves changing. As you said, Bob, great view looking right down the river to the mountains.
So Trouts and company try to do something with 12 seconds left. Nice kick-out block. Ball on the ground, picked up by Lock Haven. Doesn't go down, and that should do it for the first half.
Tony Ballon picks it off the ground. Again, good play offensively, but those mistakes will hurt you every time. Great block again on the corner. Good catch.
Giesendanner.
Giesendanner makes the catch. Ball on the ground.
I think they're going to. Coach Tainer wants time on the clock, Coach. I think he's going to argue there's a second left. If Ballon had thought about it, and you don't think about it, if he go down quickly, he could have brought that offense in, had one shot to the end zone. And Coach Tainer, that's what he wants, but he's not going to get it. But his team does lead at the half for the second time this year. 35 points on the board for Lock Haven. They have a huge lead over Cheyney, and it's been Caleb Walton's arm and Bo Swales doing the job so far this afternoon.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on My TV WQMY is brought to you by Lock Haven University.
Welcome back to Lock Haven University. It's homecoming for the Bald Eagles. They lead 35-13 over Cheyney at the half. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Erin Dugan. We're glad you could join us for some college football right here on My TV, WQMY. Joining me now is two members of the field hockey team. Now, the field hockey team here at Lock Haven is Division I. Now, tell me what that means to you. And your name is Rachel Valentine.
Yes. As any sport, it's really challenging. I mean, it's a lot to juggle practice, school, and all of those things. But I think that our school is very supportive and that we have a lot of people that come out to our games and cheer us on. And I think that as a small school, predominantly Division II, I think we come out as underdogs a lot, which is almost an advantage to us. And we have nothing to lose, so we play hard for every game.
Absolutely. I heard you're having a fantastic season. Tell us about it.
Yeah, we've had an amazing season. We're 13-3 right now. Last weekend was a historical weekend. We beat UMass and Penn State, which both hadn't been done in a long time. And it's been a lot of peaks and valleys, really, but we've been winning as a team and just working together, and it's been a great season so far.
Congratulations. Definitely keep it up.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll move on now to Stephanie White. Now, you're an international student. Tell us all about that experience, what that's like for you.
Well, it's a great opportunity that I have to be able to play in a sport that I love in a foreign country. It can be difficult at times being so far away from home and also with the different cultural differences and biases. But I overall love it, and I love Lock Haven. I wouldn't rather it any other way.
Having such a fantastic season, currently 13-3, how do you keep that rolling? What are some of the goals for the team?
Well, one goal for sure is to win out all the rest of our conference games. We have 2 remaining. We also want to finish our season on a high note, finish as best we can, and to also make it to the A-10 tournament, which we have been for the past 2 years.
Well, best of luck along the way.
Yeah.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back here on MyTV WQMY. Welcome back to Lock Haven. They lead 35-13 over Cheyney at half. Well, joining me now is another member of the community here at Lock Haven. This is Ashley Kozer, Director of Alumni Relations. What a fantastic week we have going on here. What's been going on all week?
Well, we've had lots of events happening for students and for alumni on campus this whole week. It is Locktoberfest this year, so we've had a lot of different things ranging from fireworks to the pep rally, all sorts of things happening on campus.
So this is the second year that you decided to do a week-long event. How's that going?
It's going really well. Last year, like you said, was the first time we did something like that. We have had all these other events happening. It's been really great to engage the community. That's been the biggest thing, is getting community involvement. I've really seen a change in that over the past year, so it's great.
Well, definitely by looking at the crowd here, you can tell there's a lot of alumni back. What keeps them coming back?
I think because we're keeping it fresh. Last year we had the parade with downtown Lock Haven. This year we had fireworks last night, which was awesome. So I think just keeping it fresh and engaging is really helping with that.
How about any upcoming events for alumni? Anything going on?
We have two upcoming happy hours. One will be in Philadelphia, November 12th, and then we will be in Maryland, D.C. the following week. So lots of things happening. Come out for free appetizers and drinks.
Absolutely. Can I come?
Sure, come along.
Okay, cool. Do you have like a Facebook page or a website or anything people can check it out?
We just launched a brand new alumni website, so it's alumni.lhup.edu, and everything's listed there.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much for the information.
Thank you.
All right, make sure to stay with us here on MyTV WQMY. We'll have stats and highlights from the first half when we come right back.
Welcome back. Score at the half, Lock Haven 35, Cheyney 13. Back upstairs, Bob Ide along with Coach Joe DeMelfi, and boy, a complete half of football for this Bald Eagle team.
I'll tell you what, 41 plays, all 400 yards of offense. You can't ask much more of your offense. Caleb Walton doing an excellent job running that offense.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights, and there are a lot for that first half here for the Bald Eagles of Lock Haven. On the offense, big numbers. Walton first hits David Cook.
Excellent job keeping, and you see Swales now, but Cook did a great job staying in bounds. So did Swales. Swales again, pounding it inside, touchdown.
Swales, that made it 21-0. This run by Gebhardt, that
ran it off the zoom play. Gebhardt outside, good blocking on the corner, and here's the throw.
The last touchdown for, oh boy, 24 yards. That made it 35-13. The defense also playing well with turnovers and big hits.
Great job there covering, and there's a block punt, no penalty. Here you see another hit taken down. Strawbridge doing an excellent job defensively, picking up that fumble.
Williams
did an excellent job getting it off the ground. There you see another excellent job by the Lock Haven defense.
Well, the defense playing well, holding Cheyney to 95 total yards. So let's take a look at the halftime stats if we can. And the big number, 42 plays, 371 yards of total offense for Lock Haven. Cheyney averaging just about 1.5 yards per play. Coach, 3 turnovers for Cheyney.
Those turnovers are what we're talking about here. They led to 21 points for Lock Haven. Interesting time of possession. Lock Haven has less time of possession, but they have almost 400 yards of offense.
Red zone opportunities, Lock Haven 4 of 5 today. 1 for 1 for Cheyney. Nice crowd on hand here at Hubert Jack Stadium as the Bald Eagles on homecoming lead Cheyney 35-13. When we come back, it's the second half kickoff here on MyTV WQMY.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lock Haven University.
We're back. Both teams headed onto the field, getting ready for the second half. Cheyney will receive the second half kick. Down 22 points right now. Caleb Walton, the starting quarterback, number 5, 15 to 21, 251 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's had a 52-yard long, and they've been able to run the ball too, Coach, and that's really helped the play action.
Yeah, Bo Swales, 14 rushing attempts, 61 yards gained, almost 5 yards per carry. Malik Harris also 5 carries, 31 yards, a little over 6 yards a carry. Interesting receiving, Cook, Gephardt, Swales, Krupko. Spreading it around, trying to keep that Cheyney defense off balance, and obviously so far doing a good job putting up 35 in the first half.
Yeah, and that 35 points is the most points scored since 2004, and ironically, it was against this Cheyney team. They won that game 35-19. The most points scored in Lock Haven history? Yes, we have that. 1931, 65-0 win. I don't know if they'll get close today, but Cheyney has given up over 60 the last 2 weeks. There's the band, alumni in attendance. They did a nice job at halftime performing for this huge crowd here at Hubert Jack Stadium. The only thing I think there was one flaw in the first half for Lock Haven has been the penalties. They have 8 penalties for 86 yards, 12 overall between both teams.
Yeah, and then penalties have hurt and turnovers have hurt Cheyney a lot here in the first half. Let's see if they can make some correction to that in the second half. Interesting, the time of possession. And you know, for the hurry-up offense, it's not time of possession anymore. It's, as I said before, let's get 85 to 90 plays in.
Yep.
Well, Lock Haven's halfway to that goal.
That they are. They've run 42 plays already. Have the Bald Eagles. Special teams playing well this afternoon for Lock Haven. Cheyney would like to take this opening kickoff down, maybe put another touchdown on the board and cut into that lead. There's Coach Dave Tainer. I think he's actually going to get the camera out of his face. He's a little camera shy.
He's smiling at halftime. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he's enjoying this week. We talked to him yesterday. He's definitely in that mode of it's game week. You have to enjoy the festivities here around campus. Second half underway here at Lock Haven. Great kick by Mameri into the end zone to bring it out. Shaquille Benjamin, probably not a wise idea. They take him down at the 6-yard line. Flags down all over the place.
We got a flag early. The up men on that kickoff return are responsible because many times the returner will lose his place on the field. I don't think Benjamin knew he was that deep.
Holding, receiving team, number 24, half the distance to the goal, first down.
That puts Lock Haven offense in a real tough position.
Yeah, 7 seconds in already. 2 big mistakes from Cheyney. First you bring it out, and then you get the holding call. I guess any positive out of this is half the distance to the goal. So first down at the 2-yard line for Cheyney.
Let's see if Lock Haven's defense
Aaron
is
had
able
a chance
to take advantage here with a big turnover.
Aaron had a chance to talk to Coach Tainer. What did he have to say, Aaron?
Well, he said basically he just wants them to play better football. There was a couple of turnovers in the red zone, and of course, as you mentioned before, he was not happy about all those penalties. He said it was mistakes that he knows the team shouldn't be making. And of course, he's happy with the score, he said, but he also said that there's a lot of things they could do better in the second half, Bob.
Well, maybe. Thank you, Aaron. Maybe one of those is cutting down on those penalties, and this one may be going against Lock Haven.
Yeah, it looked like a nose guard went after the center before the ball was snapped, so Cheyney now gets the ball back.
So Dominic Trotz is the quarterback, number 15. He was 11 of 16 for 90 yards in the first half. 1 touchdown, was sacked twice, so a nice half of football for him. They're coming out and they get it to Freeland. Breaks a tackle down the sidelines up to the 29. Longest play of the day for the Wolves.
And I think it's the 4th or 5th time they've run that play. It's been positive yardage every time they've run it. Freeland, flat. No one picks him up. Over trying to make that tackle. Was Ortiz Cruz. Couldn't quite get there in time for that Lock Haven defense.
20-yard pickup, longest of the day, as I mentioned, for the Wolves. Devin Miller, nowhere to go. First half rushing for Cheyney, 14 carries, just 5 total yards. So Devin Miller out of Williamsport goes backwards.
Tell you what, if we watch this as Miller tries to get, right there is E.J. Uma, who did a great job stretching that all the way to the sideline.
Uma, the freshman out of Middletown, Delaware. Ballin has him. Trotz gets out, knocked away by Strawbridge. Lock going positive for Lock Haven on that play.
Yeah, give credit to Trouts for getting out of that jam. Ballin was up the field very quickly, took on the blocker, and then up the field, was trying to hang on. Trouts got out of, made the throw incomplete, 3rd and about 12 for the Cheyney offense.
Cheyney was 2 of 7 in the first half on 3rd downs. Lock Haven rushing 5. Knocked away. Looked like number 42, Carmelo Ortiz Cruz, knocked it away, or might have been picked off by that guy right there, Carlos Balcom, and falls incomplete. Punter on.
Ortiz Cruz, sophomore out of Lancaster Catholic, does a great job closing on that ball.
First half special teams, 1 block, and then they knocked the kicker down 1 other time. That was a penalty. Looks like they're going to try to rush again. Here it comes. They get it away. And it knocks out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So the crowd all bundled up on a cool fall afternoon of October football and hoping to get more points from their team. So Caleb Walton comes back on. Nice first half, 3 touchdowns, over 250 yards. Bo Swales next to him. 3 wideouts.
Looking at a trips left here for Lock Haven. Swales remaining back.
Play action down for a cry, and Krupko down at the 30, overthrew him.
I think Walton was expecting receiver to run a little more to the sideline. He didn't get that. There you see it.
Krupko.
And he would have been wide open, had no doubt about that.
So they go back to the running game. Swales breaks 2 tackles, picks up about 5, 3rd down on the way.
Krupko looked like he wanted to go outside on that route, never did get there, but this Swales comes in now, bangs it off the left side. See what type of runner. He is a tough runner, breaks a couple of tackles, pick up about 5 or 6 yards.
Swales had 196-yard rushing on 27 carries against ESU. So they can run the ball if they have to for the Bald Eagles. Getting the play now from the sideline. 10 on the play clock. The crossing pattern. Cook downfield. Cook's got it, and Cook is gone. Touchdown, Lock Haven.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cook had it. Defensively took a big Gary Brown, defensive back out of Allentown for Cheyney, took a big chance on trying to get after the ball. Here you see it, Walton looking downfield. Good protection by the offense in front and the backfield. And there you see Brown taking a chance.
53-yard catch and pass. Walton hooks up for the second time today with David Cook. Gomeri on for another extra point. And the Lock Haven offense has everything going their way. It's up and good. So the Bald Eagles extend their lead with a 53-yard touchdown pass play. It's now 42-13, Bald Eagles. Oh, the Bald Eagles looking frightening today. Our offense putting up big numbers so far this afternoon. Happy Halloween, everyone. A couple weeks away. You have your costume yet? So the Haven faithful looking happy today, Coach.
I'll tell you what, defensively, Brown for Cheyney. If you're in a zone, you know that man's going to run that route toward you. You have to cheat over a little bit before the ball snapped. He almost got there. Credit Cook with great concentration and making the catch, taking it all the way for the touchdown.
So Caleb Walton again continues to move up the Lock Haven passing mark. Last week was the first time in his career he threw for over 300. He now has 304, so make that 2 times in his career over the 300 mark. And last week he threw 4 touchdowns, which matched a career high. He has 4 today, and we're only in the third quarter. So the most points scored by Lock Haven in this season so far is 42. Can they add on to that? We'll find out. This is Freeland. Thought he was in the end zone, instead had to bring it out. Good tackle on the special teams. Number 57, Shaquille Jackson Cobb, freshman out of Fleetwood High School, and the Cheyney offense comes back out. So I think we'll probably see some second-team players coming in now, Coach, maybe some third-team players on the defense.
Always good to be able to give your younger players playing time in game situation. Helps them, number one, mature, and number two, work on those mistakes when you do film study.
Cheyney rushes up. That's Miller, who's been getting much of the work this afternoon. That's his 4th carry on the day.
Miller runs a little bit of a counter type action. They pull a backside guard, Dwayne Bowser, and then Miller is able to turn it up, pick up some good yardage for that Cheyney offense.
And he may be banged up. I'm not sure if that it may be Miller who's down. He's out of Williamsport High School, which is about 20 miles away here from Lock Haven. So I'm sure he has a lot of family and friends here for the game. Coming in, Miller only had rushed for 38 yards. On the day, that was on 10 rushes. He's nearing that mark already. He's just a redshirt freshman. He's being helped off.
Brandon French now in the ball game for Cheyney at that running back spot.
Knocked away by Ballin, who was coming in from his linebacker position. Number 4 knocks it down.
I'll tell you what, Ballin did a great job because Trouts has been getting to the corner for Cheyney because of the great block on the corner there. French makes the block, but Ballin gets over, scrapes from that linebacker position, knocks it down. Forces a 3rd down for the Cheyney offense.
There you see Brandon Clements and David Lasso up on the defensive front. Comes the rush off the outside. It's complete up to the 45-yard line. That is the big tight end, Christian Sanchez.
Sanchez, good catch. Trout's better throw. Didn't really have his feet set, but he's able to hit Sanchez in that spot between a linebacker and a defensive back.
His second catch today for the big tight end. A senior out of Trenton is Sanchez, number 88. So the 10th first down of the day. Cheyney continues the drive. Trout's knocked down in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, a host of people there to Bernazzoli right there.
26 made the initial hit to Coach Spencer Snyder.
Snyder and Bernazzoli are putting pressure on Trouts as he comes to the corner. Trouts is out of North Bergen, a sophomore.
He's been hit hard. Last week he had 5 sacks against him, against ESU. Already knocked down a couple times today. Low throw, trying to hit his receiver.
That was
Giesendanner.
Giesendanner trying to run a crossing route. Trouts couldn't get the ball to him, a little low.
So 3rd and long on the way. Once again, this has not been a place that Cheyney likes to be in. 3 of 9 today from 3rd down, but when you got 16 yards to go, defense can play back a little bit. There's Coach Chris Ruak. Again, his first season. And, 1993, he was the PSAC Coach of the Year. So let's see if he can get that Cheyney back on track.
Let's see if they hit underneath
Same
with
play.
Giesendanner.
That was the same play they just ran. This time he hits it. But the redshirt freshman out of Florida can only get up to the 45. 4th down on the way.
Couldn't turn up the field. He had Cheyney defense right there led by Ortiz Cruz. So Cheyney offense will give way to the punt team.
5th punt of the day for Brendan Vandemark. Had 1 block. That was in the first quarter. Fake punt. Vandenberg tried for his receiver. He was trying to hit Deshaun Freeland, and he had him. He juggled it.
Definitely had him. Caught Lockhaven by surprise defensively. Lee comes over, gets his hand in there and starts working it around.
Well, you got to give Cheyney credit. They're trying anything they can. They did open this game, if you remember, with an onside kick.
I'll tell you what, nice throw by the punter also.
Yeah, it was.
Right there.
So, short field now again for Lockhaven. They've taken advantage of this all day. They take advantage again. Here's Gephardt. Gephardt down to the 21.
I'll tell you what, excellent job by Tarek Carson for Cheyney, chasing Gephardt as you see him run that zoom play to the corner again. You're going to see Tarek Carson right there hustle down the field, make the tackle, but Gephardt picked up a bunch on that play.
Carson, 6'5", 330-pound junior. He did a nice job getting downfield. Here's Swales on the inside. Picks up a couple. They've run that play a couple times for success today already.
You know what, Bob? We talked to Coach Tanner before the game, but I like the balance he has going. He's able to run it with Gephardt outside, Swales inside. Also, Harris inside,
Out again to Gephardt, the freshman out of Portage, PA.
Ran that little bubble screen. He had blockers in front of him. He turns it up. Gephardt adding to his total for the day. At the half, he had 4 catches for 49 yards, and he's added some since then as Harris takes it up the field. We talked about Gephardt, Swales, and Harris. Harris puts it to the 2.
2nd and goal for Lock Haven, trying to add on to that lead. This time Walton, big push from the offensive line. Erdman and company, touchdown Bald Eagles. Waiting for the signal, there it is. So another touchdown for Lock Haven.
We got a couple of flags also going up after the touchdown. There you see the push up the field by that offensive line. We've talked about them Raptor, Heimbaugh, Erdman, Oliver, Bonk.
So a lot of penalties today. 14 in all between both teams. Waiting for the signal on this one. The offense is still out there. So waiting to see what this call is going to be after the touchdown.
It's a touchdown penalty. I'm wondering if there is an ejection.
There are multiple dead ball fouls on the play. Dead ball, personal foul, offense, number 75. Dead ball, personal foul, defense, number 20. Those fouls offset. The result of the play, touchdown.
So the touchdown stands. Some more points on the board. Bameri in again for another extra point. Lock Haven, the most points since 2003 now. They beat Cheyney 42-7. Bameri on. How about 49 for Lock Haven on the board here on homecoming. The band getting to play a lot of fight song today. And I know everyone's happy, including probably our next guest too as well. Aaron, who do you have?
Well, Bob, joining me now is Michael Hall, Assistant Director of Admissions here at Lock Haven. Thanks for joining us. So tell us about the process when high school students start to look for colleges, universities. When should they start doing that, and what kind of things should they be doing?
Well, a really good time to start looking at colleges and universities really starts junior year. A lot of students are under the impression that junior year is a little too early, but it's a great time to start. A lot of juniors will start fall, more so probably in the spring. For seniors, right now's the time. Seniors who are out there, now's your time. You need to think about a visit. You need to think about getting an application in. Application's easy to submit at Lock Haven University. You can do everything right online, but now's the time. If there's seniors out there today that are thinking about applying or making quick decisions right now, it's a great time to apply.
And what is it about Lock Haven that kind of sets it apart from other schools? What's unique about it?
Well, I think what really sets Lock Haven apart from other schools, we have the right people in place to make sure students succeed. And it all starts really with our faculty. We have a great group of faculty here at Lock Haven University who work with students. Our student-to-faculty ratio is only 21-1. And you know what a lot of people don't realize is students work closely with our students. Our faculty connections, in the end, ultimately become our student connections. Which means that our students then get out, they get jobs, they get excellent internships, they get great clinical experiences in student teaching. And so it really all comes back to the faculty who are here, and we have the things in place to help our students succeed. In fact, 97% of our students from the class of 2014, 6 months after graduation, were employed, continuing their education in the military. So bottom line is we're in a safe, scenic location. It's a great area here in north central Pennsylvania, and we're preparing our students to get jobs when they graduate.
So if a student wants to come visit, are there any scheduled visits you have coming up, or can they just make an appointment?
Absolutely. There's a couple different ways. Really the best way, our most comprehensive visit would be our open house programs. And our first open house program actually takes place next Saturday, October 24th. If you come to an open house program, we're going to treat you to lunch in a dining hall. That's really the best part of the day. You get to meet with our faculty member from the major you're interested in, and you get to tour campus and meet current students. Now, if Saturdays are busy, because I know Saturdays are busy for a lot of students, you can certainly schedule a weekday appointment with us. We do select weekday visits, but really the most comprehensive visit, open house, October 24th, November 14th, and November 21st. Whether you're a high school student or even a student who's looking to continue that education, because a lot of students forget we also offer master's degrees as well, which are 100% online. So any alum who are out there thinking, we have opportunities for them as well.
Fantastic. Something for everyone, right?
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right. Thanks so much.
You bet. Thank you.
Okay, Bob?
Thank you, guys. Lock Haven University, a great place, as he mentioned, in a great town.
We have a penalty. I'm going to go back to the kickoff and just give you an idea of what the kickoff coverage was. Excellent. Number 57, Lock Haven, Shaquille Jackson Cobb, freshman. That's what you want to see, giving those players time to play, feel part of the program.
Well, they should feel part of the program today, and more records being broken and more highs for this Lock Haven team. The 49 points today matches the 49 they scored against Cheyney now in 1986. They won that game 49-14. Again, we're only in the third quarter, though. Plenty of football to be played. Out to Sanchez in the flat. And he's going to be up too close to a first down as a host of Lock Haven players come in. I think he'll be short by about 3 yards. Third down on the way.
Host of players there to meet Sanchez, the need to be with his size. Good throw. Trouts gets it there as Sanchez lowers his head. Tries to pick up more yardage. Met by Carlos Balcom from Harrisburg.
Moving up front, no flags. They run it up with Jornigan out of Trenton, New Jersey. Jay Jornigan, a senior. And looks like they're going to give the first down for Cheyney.
Cheyney had more ball control, more time of possession at halftime than Lock Haven did, but it hasn't translated into points for the Wolves.
11th first down of the day for the Wolves. 143 passing yards now for sophomore quarterback Trouts. Well, Jornigan tried to leap over the defender. The defender was standing up, and he goes end over end.
Flamer, right here, you're going to see it. Steps up.
Yeah, that's Strawbridge and Flamer, both.
Strawbridge has been very, very active defensively for Lock Haven this afternoon.
Both of those guys leading tacklers today. Williams with 7 total tackles, 4 for Strawbridge. Will roll out. It's catch by Freeland. And he's up to midfield.
Trouts does a good job here. Going to his right. Makes the throw. Freeland's able to make the catch and then turn it up for the first down. So Cheyney's showing some signs of life offensively, being able to move the chains as we go to 3:35 left here in the third quarter.
Ooh, another big hit. This one put on by Aaron Hepburn. He's a junior out of Williamsport, coming in with 14 tackles.
Hepburn getting there very quickly. Right there, you see the hit.
He's a backup to Ballin and probably take over that spot next year when Ballin graduates. Nice job by the junior millionaire. Jernigan racing to the corner. Tracked down nicely on the outside. Hepburn again.
Hepburn does a good job running this down. Looks like he has the corner, but Hepburn showing some speed. As you mentioned, junior out of Williamsport is able to get there. Bring Jorgenon down.
It's the 8th play of the drive for Cheyney. Moving up front. And just about a yard and a half gained. So 4th down on the way now coming for the Wolves.
I think Cheyney figured it's 4 down territory. They're going to go after it anyhow. They ran that dive play left side. Picked up about half of what they needed. Here you see it, left side. Bangs it in there. Jornigan out of Westchester, PA.
So when you're 0-6, you go on 4th down. When
I
you're down 49 to 13, why not?
Some other things they've done to fake the punt. They threw it up there. They onside kick. So Cheyney definitely taking some chances.
0 for 1 today. Trotz rolls out, finds his receiver for the first down to 35. Ripped down quickly by Strawbridge is Giesendanner.
Giesendanner again, nice catch, good concentration. Trouts came out of there ready to throw, gets the ball up, makes the throw, and Giesendanner really had some concentration because he had a defender right on him.
So the clock keeps ticking. Under a minute here to play in the 3rd quarter. Brandon French trying to get the outside. Picks up a couple yards.
That play didn't develop as well as the last counter they ran. Lockhaven doing a good job here, getting up the field, number 1. Clements did an excellent job initially getting up the field, bouncing that play wide.
Another tackle for Mike Williams, number 3. And that should about do it here in quarter number 3. Lockhaven puts 2 scores on the board. They extend their lead now, 49 to 13, as we head to quarter number 4.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lockhaven University.
One of the iconic symbols on the campus of Lockhaven University, the Bell Tower in downtown Lockhaven. This school started in 1870 as the Central State Normal School. Changed its name in 1983 to Lockhaven University. Over 5,000 students on campus, and alumni are all welcome this week for homecoming. Welcome back to Hubert Jack Stadium, everyone. Bob I, Joe DeMelfi, and Aaron Dugan, and the entire Fox 56 sports production crew. Glad you could join us for a little Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference football. Game dominated today by the Lockhaven University Bald Eagles. They've scored in every quarter, and they have put up 49 points for the first time since 1986. Right now on the field, Cheyney has the ball. They've on the move, putting a nice drive together. This is Dominic Trouts, the quarterback. Gets it out to Anwar Mathis out of Ben Franklin High School. Picks up another first down.
Mathis ran that route to the sideline. No one around him. Trouts came out, made a good throw. Wasn't pressure initially, and then a little pressure late. But Cheyney showing, as I said earlier, some spark offensively.
I think they're just trying to take some positives out of this one. They're not trying to rush downfield or try to get back into it quickly. They've already eaten up over 7 minutes of clock time. They're just trying to look for some positives heading into the next game.
And I'll tell you what, it's not a bad thing to, as the ball's on the ground, let's see if they're going to rule that down or fumble. They're going to rule the ball carrier down. As I said, as we take a look at it here, inside, Jernigan again was down before the ball came out. It's not that you're not trying to win the game, but you don't want to turn it over again and allow Lock Haven to score another touchdown, take the ball offensively. And I mentioned Cheyney had time of possession at half by about a minute.
13th play of this drive already. Give it the French. Bounces outside, tripped up from behind, I think by Flamer.
French did a good, excellent job bouncing that outside. And as you mentioned, Flamer was able to get in with the hand and bring him down, but Cheyney picks up good yardage, makes that 3rd down and about 2, but they are definitely in 4-down territory.
Back to the I formation. Two tight ends on the left side. French off that left side. He's going to go in for a Cheyney touchdown. 13 yards. Brandon French out of Brooklyn scores his.
I'll tell you what, Cunningham did a great job for Bob Cunningham for Cheyney with the lead block there. They ran an isolation play out of I formation, left side. Number 41's Cunningham. There you see him. Leads it up in.
Yep.
French with the touchdown.
French's first touchdown on the season for the sophomore. So Van Denmark into kick mode. He kicks it up. The extra point is good. And Cheyney puts more points on the board. And now the lead 29. Lock Haven still in control here at Hubert Jack Stadium. We are back at Lock Haven University of Pennsylvania, part of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Over 5,000 students here. 1940s, there were just 600 students, Joe. Now there's over 5,000. Liberal arts school in beautiful downtown Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
Most of the state universities in Pennsylvania started like that. What smaller schools, and they have grown between 5,000 and 10,000. With IUP, I think maybe being a little over 10,000.
So a long drive, and I mean a long drive by Cheyney. Took over 9.5 minutes off the clock. 14 plays, 81 yards, and they cap it with a touchdown. And now Lock Haven will get the ball. This is Mike Williams who picks it up. Breaks a couple tackles. Flag comes flying in. Flag down over at the 30. Ball up to the 49. I think this may go against the Bald Eagles again.
Yeah, when you see a kick returner, kickoff returner bouncing around, and many times that is the case, either a block in the back or a hold.
So Travis Barta and his crew today.
During the return, block in the back, receiving team, number 35, 10-yard penalty, 1st down.
Well, something Coach Tanner's going to talk about. That's their 10th penalty today for the Bald Eagles. And here's what Lock Haven's done so far. Coach, we saw that Clarion game. We talked about that. 6-0 Clarion is right now. Looks one of the top teams in the PSAC. But they've put up some points. They almost beat East Stroudsburg. They had a very good chance against Shippensburg last week.
have been improving. We've talked about that several times as Walton lines it up here in the fourth quarter.
Looks like Harris shooting through off the right side. Malik Harris out of Harrisburg.
Offensive line doing a good job today for Lock Haven. Not only protecting Walton, but you have Swales rushing, Harris rushing. Gephardt has picked up some good yardage on that zoom play.
Knight with a little movement on the outside, defensive end, number 14. He's got a touchdown today off a fumble recovery for Cheyney. Keep it on the ground. Harris, couple more yards, close to another first down. I think he's got it. They'll move the chains. So the 23rd first down of the day for Dave Tainer team.
And Lock Haven doing now what Coach Tainer said they wanted to do. Control the line of scrimmage, rush the football.
And as they rush it, sets up that play action. So 172 yards on the ground this afternoon for the Bald Eagles. Flag comes in. Harris shoots through. Up past the 35 to the 37. Let's see what this flag is. I'm afraid to say I think it's against the Bald Eagles. Coach Tainer putting his hands up.
Well, they had long motion. And I don't know if they have movement with the long motion. Now we're looking at offside on the defense.
Yep, that's what it looks like. They'll take the penalty. So Coach Tainer may have assumed, maybe I did too, that it was against Lock Haven. But the signal looks like it will come from the referee. That it goes.
Offsides, defense, number 14. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
Second down, keep the second down, take the penalty.
Correction, first down.
So that was a first down play. It will remain first down after the penalty.
Right, you keep the down, take the penalty is, unless you have a really big play there.
485 total yards for Lock Haven. This is their 53rd play. Here we go, Gephardt again. Oh, nice tackle on the outside by big number 48, Julian Feggins, the redshirt freshman alongside New Jersey.
Feggins has done a nice job tonight, made several tackles. Here he fights off that block, makes a very aggressive tackle. Feggins 6'2", 245.
Walton to Krupko. Flag comes in. Walton is down. Caleb Walton got Babubski'd back at the 33-yard line by 2 players. And I'm not sure. He is moving around, but he does not look good. He got sandwiched between 2 Cheyney players. Stood right in there.
Cheyney has put a good rush on today. There's no doubt about it. You can take a look right here. One from the back, one from the front. Krupko keeps the route, does a nice job with the route. There is a flag down also.
So concern here for the starting quarterback. The backup, Sean Jones, the redshirt senior, is injured, is not even in uniform. So the backup quarterback is actually a redshirt freshman, Cameron Tobias, out of Penns Valley High School, who is not taking a snap at all this year.
We take another look at that.
Those 2 defensive ends, we talked about them, 48 and 14, and they got in there, I think, on Walton, who remains down. Oh, boy. So here's what Lock Haven will have to do, hopefully, is with Caleb Walton. They'll head to Millersville next week. Kutztown's going to be tough. At Bloomsburg, always tough, and they'll end the season here against California, PA. 4 more games left for these Bald Eagles.
I think when you look at the progress that they've made, Coach Tainer talks about this every time we meet. They didn't have any spring practice, so really he's been with them since the beginning of preseason, as Walton is off the ground, which is a good thing, and he will walk gingerly.
Gingerly, yes, very gingerly.
Sideline.
It looks like they were looking under his rib cage. We'll check on that. I'm sure Aaron is right down there, but
and both hits were pretty high.
Yeah.
So
definitely in the rib cage area. I would say he's done for the game. You're up 49-20 with 10 minutes left. Your running game's going well. Might not, just run the ball now. So there was a penalty against Cheyney. They declined it. That big play to Krupko will stand.
Tobias takes over the reins.
Here is the redshirt freshman. Hands it off to Harris. He's got running room. Bounces to the outside. Touchdown, Lockhaven. 34 yards, no flags.
We talk about Malik Harris several times, but we talked about the spurt, the difference between he and Swales, and you saw it right there. Once he breaks the line of scrimmage and he gets to the secondary, he can turn it on. Good job offensive line there, opening up a big hole for Malik Harris.
So 5 plays, 80 yards. Malik Harris caps it off. 34-yard touchdown, and Lockhaven extends their lead. Flag comes in late. 55-20. We'll take a break. All Bald Eagles here at homecoming at Hubert Jack Stadium. Malik Harris does the honors this time.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lockhaven University.
Welcome back to Lockhaven University. They are up 56-20 over Cheyney. We are in the fourth quarter, just about 10 minutes left in this game. I'm Aaron Dugan. Thank you for joining us for some college football today. I've been talking to some guests from Lockhaven throughout the day, and we have our final guest. This is Rob Cooper. Now, Rob, you attended Lockhaven, and you also have 2 sons that go here. So what makes this university so special to you?
Well, I attended this in 1990. It was when I graduated. And I have 2 sons that, as you said, that attend this, the university now. Both are communications majors, doing very well, Board of Governors scholars. I think Lockhaven is a great atmosphere, great study environment, great students, faculty members out here, and also great facilities.
So what do you remember from coming to school here, and has homecoming changed? Is it still the same type of thing you remember?
Well, it is. I tell you, one of the things that I've seen it change is more engagement in the student population. It wasn't as big when we were here, as, for homecoming. It was kind of just like another game, but it's great. And also to see, the kids are doing very well out there on the field, with a nice big, hopefully a clean victory here with defeating Cheyney. So I think everything is going really well here.
So your sons are both communication majors?
They absolutely
They're not going to take my job, are they?
What's your number?
All right, thanks for stopping to chat with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
Your job. How about my job, Aaron? How about Joe DeMelfi's job? Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time. Got the clock fixed up. Here comes the defense for Lockhaven.
Lockhaven kicking off from the 20 again. Penalty on, and as you said, Coach Tainer not going to be happy with that part of it. Has to be happy with the 56 he has on the board. They are up by 36 here with 9:50 left in this ball game.
So Cheyney comes out, the ball at the 30-yard line. Start this drive. Scored the last time they have the ball, but Lock Haven answered that quickly. 36-point lead now for this Bald Eagles team. The defense still playing hard. Brandon French for Cheyney brings it up. Sophomore.
Cheyney's gone to the I formation and running a true I with Cunningham as the fullback. Pick up good yardage on that first down.
Here's an interesting factoid, Coach. How about this is the 56th play for Cheyney. Lock Haven has run 55.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because Cheyney kept the ball for 9 minutes
Yep.
in the third quarter. One of the most frustrating things for a up-tempo team is don't give them any plays.
In and out of the hands of Deshaun Freeland.
Trouts with a decent throw, a little bit behind Freeland. Couldn't quite get his hands on it.
And he had it, too. Couple of defenders there. Strawbridge and Mike Williams.
Freeland wanted to take it to the house before he had it in his hands, so didn't make the catch.
4 rushing touchdowns today for Lock Haven. Little rollout. And Freeland catches along the sidelines up to the 45.
Good
Move the
route
chains.
by Freeland. Picks up the first down. Trouts does a nice job with the fake coming out of there. You're going to see it here. Makes that fake and then comes out. Faked a little bit of a counter. Freeland makes the catch on the sideline.
So 2 tight ends again on the left side. Freeland, a little low pass to catch. Tried to run that out, and there's Coach Chris Rulak again. First season, interim coach, returning to the Wolves program. You know, Cheyney has not had any luck over the years, Coach. Just 1 in 38 since 2012. That win was against their rival Lincoln. So, you know, not a very successful program over the last couple of years. I know maybe that's why they brought back their interim coach from 1993, was Coach of the Year. Trying to get them going in the right direction.
Run that play out of the eye, ran it wide. Again, Jay Jornigan does a good job, has some speed. They've done some good things today, Bob. Out of that I formation, they've run the ball well. They've made a bunch of turnovers in the first half, a lot of penalties. As
Eubanks is on the stop.
Eubanks does a great job getting over. We've talked about him in the pregame, Miles Eubanks.
Well, he's not going to have 18 tackles today. That's a lot of tackles in a game. 14 solo a week ago for Miles Eubanks. But the defense has played pretty well, especially in that first half.
Ortiz Cruz steps up here and makes a big hit.
So Aaron has been keeping track of quarterback Caleb Walton for Lock Haven. What do you know, Aaron?
Well, Bob, I saw him walking off the field. He definitely was in visible pain, kind of walking very slowly and gingerly. He didn't have to go off anywhere. He's standing on the sidelines right now, but he has his gear kind of up over his stomach, his ribs, so possibly thinking maybe a rib injury, but not so bad that he had to get taken off. I do not think, however, he'll be back in this game if you look at the score.
I would think not. Under 7 to play, team out in front pretty convincingly. Yeah, I would hope we would not see Walton. He's a tough kid. Coming in, he had a little bit of a knee problem coming in, but he's playing through that, and now he's banged up again.
But I'll be honest with you, with a lead of 36 points, I don't think there's any reason to see him again. I'm sure Coach Tainer feels the same way, as Jornigan's getting a lot of work out of the I formation for Cheyney, and he's doing a nice job picking up yardage. He has Cunningham in front of him in that true I, and the offensive line looks like they've gotten a little tighter and has helped them in their blocking assignments.
Another run gets to the outside. Tracked down nicely by Miles Eubanks. Knocked out of bounds for a minimal gain. Up close to a first down, I think about the 35.
Every time I watch the Lock Haven defense and I watch the back 7 or 8 people, I'm impressed with their speed and how they get to the ball. And once they get there, they can make a good tackle. Miles Eubank, excellent job.
So it's off to Millersville next week for Lock Haven. $56 points on the board today. Under 6 to play. Still fighting is the senior out of Trenton, New Jersey. Picks up good yardage inside the 30 to the 28. You know, defense coming in, giving up 36 points per game, Coach. 20 today. One of those was a fumble that the defense for Cheyney scored on.
Yeah, they really given away 14 points, and as you said, the fumble recover the other.
So they haven't played bad, but they've gone on the field a lot now, especially with a 9-minute drive last time. Big drive here and there. The defense steps up.
Yeah, Cheyney tried to run that counter, never, just didn't look real crisp, and Lock Haven up the field puts a stop to it for no gain.
Carmelo Ortiz-Cruz, the tackle. He shoots in.
Cheyney looking at a 3rd and 5. Again, treating this as 4-down territory. With 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter, I'm sure they'll go for it.
11th play of the drive. Nowhere to go, and taken down is Trouts in the backfield by Spencer Snyder out of Lower Dolphin.
Snyder does a great job staying under control. Once he gets up the field, Trouts tries to come out of that fake. Many times you'll see a player miss the tackle because he's not under control. That time Snyder stayed under control, made the tackle. Big loss. Cheyney looking at a 4th and 12 will go for the first.
Second sack on the year for the redshirt freshman. Cheyney 1 for 2. 4th downs today. Big rush, he's flushed. Intercepted. Picked off by Daniel Strawbridge.
I tell you what, Strawbridge has had a very strong game defensively for Lock Haven.
First interception of the year. 5th of his career.
Well, what happened was Trouts had to do a lot of running around, and when he got to the corner, pressure right there, he gets to the corner, pressure again, he throws it up. Strawbridge does a great job stepping in front.
So Tobias, the freshman, on. Little sweep again. Zach Ashford, redshirt freshman out of Bloomsburg.
That's the play that Gephardt, that zoom type play to the outside that Gephardt has run so effectively. This time Ashford picks up good yardage. As we look at some of the Lock Haven players.
Flag comes in, Tobias gonna go downfield, looking for his receiver. No flag, incomplete. Tyler Kalishaw out of West Catholic. But we have a
Flag down at the line of scrimmage.
We have an offside on Cheyney at the line of scrimmage. As you look at Tobias drop back, throws a
Offsides.
pretty decent ball.
Defense, number 91. It's a 5-yard penalty. Result of the play, first down.
Galashaw couldn't keep it off the ground, so first down for Lock Haven off the penalty.
So what a day to get their first win on the year, putting up in big numbers offensively, and 56 points on the board for Lock Haven.
I'll tell you what, excellent tackle.
Tariq Furbish.
Furbish for Cheyney does a great job of closing and making that tackle.
So Tobias, the freshman on, the redshirt freshman, in relief of Caleb Walton. Harris couldn't came up with that. Ball hit the turf. Third down on the way. The fall is incomplete. Nice job by Walton today. He leaves 18 to 25, 342 yards, 4 touchdowns on the day. He wasn't sacked, but he was banged up in this fourth quarter, and he's been sitting out since.
Cheyney had good coverage on that little flare pass. Flag down. Let's see what the officials have in mind. I know one thing, I've seen a lot of yellow today.
Too many. You know, Travis Barta is a nice guy, but seen too much of him today calling penalties. Another penalty down.
I'm sure he feels the same way probably.
There are multiple dead ball plays, dead ball fouls on the play. Dead ball, personal foul, offense, number 76. Dead ball, personal foul, defense, number 30. Those penalties offset, replay the down.
It's getting a little chippy probably down there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's, it's 56-20.
Yeah.
Cheyney frustrated. Lock Haven, I'm sure, playing some younger players up front, not responding as well as they could or should. As we're looking at 1:44 left on the game clock.
Here's Harris getting to the outside. Already has a touchdown. Ripped down inside Cheyney territory at the 44. Chains move. Nice job by Harris today.
I'll tell you what, Malik Harris has done an excellent job running the football, picking up good yardage between he and Swales. They've picked up a lot of yards today, worked on that running game, which Coach Tainer wanted to do.
Good run by Corey Blakey out of West Catholic, the redshirt sophomore.
So we have multiple players getting into the act here.
And we have an injured Wolf down. That's number 28 for Cheyney. Marvin Easter, saw a lot of him today. So last week, Cheyney gives up 583 in total offense. And this week they're going to give up about the same. Lock Haven, big numbers. They have 583 right now. And a couple more plays to do. And how about this? 56 points today, matches the most since 1968. They beat Edinburgh. Lock Haven did 56-21. So just about the same score. So 1968. I was 2. 1968, Coach.
A long time ago.
Yeah, real long time. Blakey shooting through. Another flag comes in. Pushing and shoving going on all over the place. Another flag comes in. 3-4.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I think now the officials are want to make sure things don't get out of hand.
Exactly. That's what it is.
So they're going to make sure they throw that flag.
Well, our next game here on WQMY My TV will be back to high school football. Good one in the Heartland Conference. Southern Columbia takes on Lewisburg. Southern ranked number 2 in the state in Class AA. So that will be 7:30 on Thursday.
Officials now discussing multiple penalties on the play.
So more penalties coming in, and this has really slowed up this game to a snail's pace. Maybe offsetting again.
There were multiple fouls on the play.
You've said that
Holding,
more than once
offense,
in
number
the last
82.
5 minutes.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 25. That's a 15-yard penalty for the unsportsmanlike, 10-yard penalty for the hold. That is number 25's first unsportsmanlike conduct.
So we'll go back and forth with those penalties, and the ball will end up on the 22.
Coach Rulak wants a timeout on the field, and we have a timeout ourselves. 1:08 remaining in this game, and it's taking forever. Lock Haven will get their first win of the season and doing it in convincing fashion, putting up huge numbers. Caleb Walton, 4 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns of David Cook receiving, and touchdowns for Harris, Swales, Gephardt on the ground, along with Caleb Walton. There's the band again today, still on tap here. Having a good time. Some of the crowd has made their way to some of the homecoming festivities around campus. And nice job by Lock Haven. Now, the question is, can they sustain it? Millersville maybe against, then you got a Kutztown, Bloomsburg, California. That's what you want to see, I think.
The last 3 are.
Yeah.
Millersville has been up and down, but their last 3 are tough. So it'll be interesting to see as they progress. I think they've made big strides from 1 till now, from Clarion till now. Let's see how they can finish the season.
Let's see how Caleb Walton feels going through this week. He's a redshirt junior, so he has 1 more year left. Caleb out of Manheim Central down in the Harrisburg area. The Bald Eagle happy today. Cheerleaders happy. A lot of push-ups for the ROTC as well. Getting a workout. On the defensive side, Mike Williams, coach, double-digit in tackles today, 10 on the day.
Williams and Strawbridge have had excellent games defensively for Lock Haven as the offense has a second down here. Clock running to 40 seconds left. Could be the last play of the game.
Knight offsides.
Well, I think one of the things, if you're not watching the ball, you're never going to know when to step across, and that has happened several times to the Cheyney defensive front.
This will be Cheyney's 10th penalty, 12 on Lock Haven, 22 penalties today for well over 250 yards.
Not a good statistic.
No, that's one of the bad ones for today.
Offsides, defense, number 14, 5-yard penalty. Second down. There will be a 10-second runoff. The clock will start on the ready for play.
So we'll get the clock figured out, and we'll get everything else figured out, Coach. Well,
something that's figured out has been this offense for Lock Haven. Putting up huge numbers today, near 600 total yards.
And they have not run their usual number of plays, Bob. You look at the plays run and the yardage.
61.
61 and 600. That's 10 yards for every.
You're very close, Coach. That's good math.
Well, that wasn't my favorite subject, but
9.62.
I'll
close
tell you
enough.
what, that's impressive.
In the first quarter, they took advantage of some short yardage opportunities, including opening the game with a Cheyney onside kick, which was recovered by Lock Haven. So this will be the last play of the game. Lock Haven will pick up their first win on the year as they'll head to Millersville. But they'll have to do it with an injured quarterback, Caleb Walton. Blakey carries it. That should do it. No flags down, and the clock hits 0. So it's a homecoming win for the Lock Haven Bald Eagles. The crowd likes it, and they should. The final score, Lock Haven 56, Cheyney 20. We'll be back with our Northwoods Nissan post-game show after this. Happy Bald Eagle, and he should be. It's a homecoming win for his Lock Haven University football team. Final score 56-20, the most points Lock Haven has scored since 1968, and they've done it, Coach, with dramatic fashion, near 600 total yards of offense.
600 total yards of offense. Defense played well. Rushing game did a great job of complementing the passing game. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Well, Erin has the winning coach and some players of the game. Let's go down to her now.
Coach, obviously very happy. What things went right for you out there today?
At times we played pretty well. You know, it's good for the guys to get out and get a win and get some payoff. We have a lot of things to work on from this. I mean, we'll learn. We go back, same as we do after every win or loss. We go back to 0-0. So we walk up the field, we're back to 0-0. It's focused on the next week, being 1-0 versus Millersville. So right now I got more things in mind that we got to work on than the good side of it. Even though there was a lot of points, was happy to see the guys get it to pay off. But we still got a lot of things to work on and get better at.
In specifically, what kind of things do you want to work on?
Well, we got to eliminate the penalties. Penalties by the first touchdown drive that they had, not the fumble recovery. The first touchdown that they had, 3 times on third down, we had penalties that continue to drives. You know, you got to be able to get off the field on third downs. So, I mean, that's what sticks out in my mind. You know, we got to handle ourselves the right way. So, try to make progress from there. But I was happy. I thought our guys up front played pretty well, leaned on. I thought we ran the ball well. Caleb did a great job of managing the game. You know, took him out there late, took a little bit of a hit, but you know, he'll recover from it, and he did a good job managing the game.
Well, we'll go see how he is right now, Coach. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
And Caleb, we'll move on. First of all, how are you feeling? Take us through that play and what happened.
Well, I think I got hit a little bit harder than I expected. But no, I'll be fine. I'll bounce back, no problem.
Talk to me about this offense here today. 342 yards from you, 4 touchdowns. I'm sure you're happy with that performance.
Well, you know, we did our job, and that's all that matters. If we do our job, we know that we can put up points, and we have full faith in our defense to do their job. So when we do our job, it should look something similar to this.
You know, when the wins just aren't coming throughout the season, it can be easy to get down and kind of get into a funk. How did you guys stay up?
You know, we go through. Coach Stainer does a really good job every week on Sundays when we break down the film. We do our team meeting. He gives us a speech. You know, he has this platform of success. So every single week we go through and talk in. You know, leadership, teamwork, excellence. You know, he goes through those things and keeps us up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to our other player of the game, Mike Williams. 10 tackles today. Tell me how you think this defense played out there.
I think we played a really good job today. Coach challenged us all week to play a complete game. We made plays out there. Everyone did their job today, so I'm proud of our team with the win.
How about the atmosphere, homecoming? How did it feel good to get the win in front of all your fans?
I mean, it's great to make a big win in front of everyone, alumni, guys who came back that we played with, and they're kind of looking down to us, and they're proud of us today.
How about some specific things you want to work on during the week?
We just got to prepare. We're on the next week, trying to go 1-0 next week, and that's the only thing. We're going to have fun tonight and back to work tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a good day.
You too. Back to you, Bob.
Two big games from Mike Williams and Caleb Walton. Caleb, sounds good. He's a tough kid. You know he'll be back at it next week.
Yeah, he said the hit from the back is the one that got him. But one of the things when I'm looking at Coach Tainer, his first win as a Lock Haven head coach has to feel good for him. Secondly, the first thing he mentioned on improvement, the penalty situation.
Yep. Yeah, 11 penalties for them, up over 130 yards. So that's something to look on. He'll look at the film and know he'll be back at it all week long. So Lock Haven, good news on homecoming. They pick up their first win, 56-20, the final over Cheyney. So for the entire Fox 56 sports crew, for Aaron Dugan, for Coach Joe DeMelfi, this is Bob Hyde saying so long from Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
This Fox 56 sports presentation of college football on MyTV WQMY is brought to you by Lock Haven University.